The confirmed number of new coronavirus cases reported in Los Angeles County in the last 24 hours is 4,046, with 34 additional deaths. Here in Torrance, 23 additional cases were reported and no new deaths. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Bella Shaw. It's Thursday, August 19th. California becomes the first state in the U.S. to require proof of vaccination or a negative coronavirus test to attend indoor gatherings of 1,000 or more people. Now, this takes effect September 20th and replaces similar mandates for indoor venues with 5,000 people or more. The testing requirement applies to those who are not able to get vaccinated, including kids less than 12 years old. Self-attestation will no longer be accepted to verify vaccine status. Attendees will have to submit some form of proof, such as a physical vaccine card, a photo of it, or a QR code. The revised rules do not apply to places such as malls or museums because they are open to public circulation as part of their regular operations. But if those venues host large indoor events, they would have to enact the vaccine verification process. Also exempt are churches and other places of worship, but public health officials recommend that they still follow the new guidelines. And finally, the updated requirements apply to outdoor gatherings as well of 10,000 people or more. The rules are set to continue through at least November 1st. Starting tonight at 11:59 p.m., masks will be required at large outdoor events in LA County regardless of vaccination status. The revised health officer order comes as coronavirus cases and hospitalizations continue to soar. Those attending baseball games, music festivals, and other large-scale events have to wear face coverings unless they are actively eating or drinking. The updated rule includes mandating masks at mega events with crowds larger than 5,000, attendees indoors, and crowds larger than 10,000 people outdoors. Health officials say such large gatherings are considered to create a higher risk of coronavirus transmission. State officials already recommended that anyone going to such venues be fully vaccinated or show proof of a negative COVID-19 test. Many overwhelmed hospitals across the country are sending critically ill COVID-19 patients to other states for treatment. The individuals are being transported in ambulances, helicopters, and planes from locations as far as hundreds of miles away. In Arizona, a special COVID-19 hotline is getting desperate calls from hospitals in Arkansas, California, Texas, and Wyoming looking for bed space. University of Iowa Healthcare in Iowa City has been receiving calls as well from out-of-state hospitals seeking transfers. And in Kansas, sick coronavirus patients at rural hospitals are waiting an average of nearly 10 hours to be flown somewhere else. Large hospitals in urban areas already face shortages of space and staff with non-COVID procedures such as cancer biopsies and hip replacements when the summer surge began. That translates to very few available beds for patients from smaller hospitals without ICUs or from medical centers in virus hotspots. Hospitals across the U.S. had more than 75,000 coronavirus patients as of last week, a significant increase from just a few weeks ago. Arkansas, Florida, Hawaii, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Oregon all set pandemic records for COVID hospitalizations in recent weeks. A new study finds that young children are more likely than their older siblings to spread the coronavirus at home. Researchers from Public Health Ontario and Canada shared their study this week in JAMA Pediatrics, a monthly peer-reviewed medical journal published by the American Medical Association. An analysis of public health records shows that teens ages 14 to 17 were more likely than their younger siblings to bring the virus home, but toddlers up to age 3 were about 43% more likely to spread it to others. Children were the source of SARS-CoV-2 in about 1 in 13 Ontario households between June and December of 2020. Researchers looked at health records from 6,280 homes with a pediatric COVID-19 case and a subset of 1,717 households where a child up to age 17 was the source of transmission. In analyzing the data, they controlled for gender differences, month of disease onset, testing delay, and mean family size. The Ontario study covered a period before vaccination or the spread of the highly contagious Delta variant, and the authors concluded that as the number of pediatric cases rises worldwide, the role of children in household transmissions will continue to grow. The number of COVID-19 cases among people experiencing homelessness in LA County is going up. The numbers rose from less than 30 new cases per week between late February and mid-July to 185 new cases this week to date. Close to 8,000 people experiencing homelessness in LA County tested positive for COVID-19, and 218 individuals passed away. Of those who passed away, 101 were sheltered, 71 were unsheltered, and the status of the remaining people were unknown. This past month, 3 people experiencing homelessness were reported to have passed away. There are more than 1,100 providers administering vaccines to people in this sector. Together, they gave out more than 51,000 doses across LA County. More than 25,000 people experiencing homelessness are now fully vaccinated. County officials are continuing to work closely with partner organizations to vaccinate and protect people in this demographic. Homeless shelters are required to verify the vaccine status of all workers, and weekly testing is required for those who are unvaccinated. The number of people seeking unemployment benefits hit a pandemic low. The numbers fell last week for the 4th straight time, the latest sign that America's job market is bouncing back from the COVID-19 triggered recession. Hiring signs have flooded the city, county, state, and country in recent months, and the latest figures show employers are starting to hire more workers. The Labor Department reported today that jobless claims fell by 29,000 to 348,000. The 4-week average of claims also dropped by 19,000 to just below 378,000, which is also a pandemic low. The weekly pace of unemployment aid applications have been falling steadily since topping 900,000 in early January. But still, the number of applications is high by historic standards. Last year, employers slashed 22 million jobs due to the pandemic, and since then, the U.S. has recovered only 16.7 million positions, leaving millions of people still without jobs. Well, today is the big day for Torrance Little League's All-Star team. They made national headlines by becoming the first team in LA County to play in the Little League World Series since 1994. Torrance is one of 16 teams vying for the top title in South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. They're facing North Manchester Hooksett, New Hampshire right now. The game started at 4 p.m. After our show, you can watch the game for free. Every game of the tournament will be televised on either ABC, ESPN, or ESPN2. But those without cable can still live stream all games online at AT&T TV, Fubo TV, and Hulu. With live TV, all offer free trials. And just make sure to cancel before the trial period ends. Little League is also posting highlights from the games on its Facebook page at Little League. And if you want to watch the game with neighbors while supporting local businesses, well, Rizzo's Pizza and the Crest are showing it now. This is the 49th time a team from Southern California will be represented in a Little League World Series game. Parents of the 11 and 12-year-olds say COVID-related travel restrictions have made it difficult. Many of them have been separated from their kids for almost 2 weeks. And because of the pandemic, the International Championship will not happen this year, and it's placing more emphasis on this domestic competition. Good luck, Torrance All-Stars! Healthcare workers in Torrance are in for a rare treat: surf therapy to melt away job-related stress. The Jimmy Miller Memorial Foundation, a nonprofit that provides free therapy to at-risk youth and veterans, invited 8 healthcare workers from the Torrance Memorial Medical Center to receive the world's first ever COVID-19 surf therapy session. The participants will learn surfing fundamentals from experts at the foundation as a way of relieving emotional stress stemming from their careers. Organizers say this past year and a half has been a pressure-filled time for everyone, especially healthcare workers. Ocean Surf Therapy Program Director Kevin Souza says wave riding has been found to be a uniquely beneficial physical and emotional exercise with multiple healing benefits. He says the process of building strength, balance, and mindfulness all help to relieve stress and promote well-being. This private session will take place Saturday morning in Manhattan Beach. Assemblymember Al Muratsuchi invites Torrance residents for a bike ride on the Strand. The family-friendly event is on Sunday, August 22nd. It begins at Miramar Park in Torrance and ends at the Manhattan Beach Pier. Muratsuchi says this will be an opportunity to enjoy the scenery with South Bay neighbors and discuss transportation and environment policies with him. Attendees should dress properly and bring their helmets. Volunteers from the South Bay Bicycle Coalition will be there as well to provide safety training and helmet checks for all riders. As we wrap up this week, be sure to tune in to Weekends in Torrance beginning Friday right here on City Cable. Episodes begin at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. On Friday, aviation enthusiasts and community members are invited to join us on a tour of Zamperini Field to learn more about the Torrance Airport and its rich history. Then on Saturday, learn how one nonprofit is helping small business owners during the pandemic. And on Sunday, go behind the scenes of Nonsense, the city's first live theater production since the start of the pandemic. Weekends in Torrance kicks off tomorrow at 2 p.m. You can watch it on Spectrum Cable Channel 3, Fios Channel 31, or stream it on our website as well as on YouTube. Well, before we go at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community, pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. The city's Public Works Department is celebrating Earth Day this Saturday by hosting a recycling event. Residents can come to the parking lot at Torrance City Hall East, near the courthouse, off Maple Avenue. There is a limit of 8 boxes or bags per vehicle. No books, 3-ring binders, large clips, or magazines. Residents can drop off electronics for free too, including cell phones, small appliances, and televisions. Hazardous waste is not allowed, such as batteries, medications, and paint. This event is for Torrance residents only, and proof of residency is required. Anyone with questions can call the Public Works Department at 310-781-6900. What a great way to be kind to our environment during this pandemic. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 today. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday as Jen Chun brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.